open dialogue. Thank you for that, and I want to try to argue my case. So I'm pro-choice, and I want to share why. My reasoning is, let's say I have a homeless adult kid who knocks on my door in a blizzard. If I don't let him in, he will die of the cold. I might choose to let him in, but the law does not force me to let him in. You've been saying that no one is legally required to give others their housing or support, even if it means saving their life. So here's my question. If we agree that people can't be legally forced to use their homes to save someone, why should women be legally forced to use their bodies to sustain a fetus, especially in the first trimester when it can't survive its own?
It's a good faith question. So taking rape outside of my answer, because rape would invalidate what I'm about to say, how about 99% of the cases are non-rape abortions, which is the analogy actually falls apart, or the metaphor, because you actually do invite the homeless person into your home. That's what happens when you have sex. You invite the baby into your uterus. So you could be pro-choice of whether or not you're going to have sex.
It's not always a choice. Sometimes the condom can break.
Oh, no. You don't have to have sex. That's the point. Having sex is not a human need. Eating and showering is, but you can wait until you're married. You actually don't have to have sex.
Here's my counterpoint to that, though. If I'm driving a car, I'm taking the chance that there could be a kid if there's like a bike lane right next to me. And this actually happened recently close to my home, where there's someone on a Lime scooter on like a bike lane right next to me. He fell off his Lime scooter and he got hit by a car and the kid died. That's really sad. It was a life that ended. But I didn't have to go to drive. I didn't have to drive my car. The person didn't have to drive in the car who hit the kid, but he took the risk. In the end, the law still doesn't punish the driver because it wasn't his fault. He did everything that he possibly could, and he didn't have to drive.
You're equating having sex with driving, just to be clear.
My analogy is that it's my choice to drive a car or not, but I'm still taking the risk. But if someone...
Well, hold on, but if you're driving a car and you do run somebody over, you could be susceptible to manslaughter laws.
I could be susceptible to that, but if it's not my fault, then I don't get a manslaughter law. And what happened in this case is that they didn't get a manslaughter law. Legally,
at what point
is
something your fault?
It's very circumstantial.
No, but like what is the intent threshold when something is your fault?
If you intentionally try to cause an action, then it's your fault. But
I agree,
for this
like
driver, they did not intentionally do it.
So
There's
like
nothing
an
they could
abortion,
have done.
hold on, like an abortion, you intentionally cause a result.
I'm intentionally causing an abortion.
Yeah, you're
but it's my
intentionally
right
causing
to choose
an abortion, so with intent standard, you are eliminating a human life.
In the end, it's still the woman's choice to do it. She wants their home. I can do whatever I want in my home. If I want to kick a homeless person out of my home, even if I know that he's going to die in the street, I'm allowed to kick that homeless person out of my house, even though that